Friends, thank you for watching my channel. I just want to remind you, if you need wallpaper, go to www.wallpaperboulevard.com. Tell them Spencer sent you. In fact, if you use my hashtag, Spencer Colgan is wallpaper, they'll be sure to give you a 10% off at your checkout. No matter how much you order, they have a wide selection of wallpaper. Check it out. Straight matches and drop matches. What are they? First of all, we're looking at a geometric pattern, right? You see triangles in there, etc., etc. You don't want to install this if your walls are crooked, okay? Because when you go into an inside corner, and of course, consequently, if you have an outside corner, these lines will not match up. And so you want to be careful when you have literally 100 connections on a 9-foot wall. You want to make sure that you have reasonably plumb corners. That's first off. Now, what is a straight match and what is a drop match? What is that? Well, what it means is this. The straight match or the drop match manifests on the second sheet. What I mean by that is you read the label and it says something that you may not understand if you're a do-it-yourselfer. It says straight match, or you'll have two arrows pointing at each other like this, two fingers together, right? Two arrows coming together. And that indicates straight match. That means the left of your first sheet and the left of your second sheet is the exact same thing. So let's say you had bunnies here, bunnies and elephants. A straight match, you'd have a bunny there and a bunny there. A drop match, you'd have a bunny there, and the bunny would be here on the second sheet. And in that case, we would call this A sheet and B sheet. On the C sheet, there'd be no C sheet. You would just have A's and B's. On really high-end murals, once in a while, and if you want to see this, go on my YouTube channel and look at the Beasties wallpaper that I hung recently. It was a mural, and you saw this tiger repeat on the third one, really high-end stuff. So you had the tiger here, and he moved around the mural. But 95+% of your drop match will manifest like this. Bunny, bunny, bunny. And so what do we have here? What do we have? We have this triangle. We have another one. We have another one. We have another one. We have another one. We got another one, and we're going to have another one here. What do you think this is? Is this a straight match or a drop match? Your triangle starts there, and if you had a sheet here, it would be all straight across. And so we have a straight match. Now, when you're ordering wallpaper, we have this on the floor, right? This is sheet number 1. What is that? What is that? If I brought my triangle down here to make it match here, I'd be missing space here, right? Now, this is your repeat. How much is my repeat? Well, let's see. You see this one? And you see that one? That's my repeat. What is the distance? So from the top of that triangle to the top of this one, you're looking at almost 13 inches. So what does that mean? When I cut my sheet of wallpaper, depending on how much I need, I will have no more than the number of inches on my repeat to match up to my next sheet. Do you see what I mean by that? I will have no more than. How do I know that? Because my repeat means your pattern will start over again every 13 inches. So if I only needed 6 feet of wall here, it may be that I need a full 13 inches at the top to recover my pattern. That's what it means. Does everybody understand that? And so when you measure this out, you need to assume that you need the maximum number of inches on every sheet to get the pattern to match. So you would say, my room is 500 inches wide. My wallpaper is 20.5 inches wide. And therefore your numerator would be 500 inches. And your denominator would be 20.5. And then you would come up with a number. That number, and you round it off to the highest, to the higher whole number, is the number of sheets you'll need. Because that'll tell you how many 20.5s you need. And that will tell you how many sheets you need. Then you go to the wallpaper roll, and you see that it's 33 feet long, or 30 feet long, or 27 feet long, whatever the case may be. Sometimes it comes in yards. Don't be fooled. It doesn't mean square yards. It means linear yards. What's a linear yard? A linear yard is 3 feet. So if you have a 9-foot wall, how many yards do you need? 3, 6, 9. That's 3 yards per sheet. And some of them come in, when you order, minimal yards. A lot of these are European. They're not very friendly to this side of the lake. And you got to get in touch with them to say, hey, I don't understand this. Don't just go order your wallpaper and be misunderstanding on this issue. At least I'm trying to make you aware of this issue with linear yards. A lot of people tell me, I got the paper, Spencer, how much you want to charge for this? Okay, who ordered it? I did. I know how much this is what they tell me. I know I got enough wallpaper. Each roll covers 56 square feet, and I only have 86 square feet to cover. Therefore, I got 2 rolls. What's your repeat? 4 feet. Okay, so you get the point. People don't understand, but they think they do, but they don't sometimes. Okay, so you see that because of the repeat, I needed to push my wallpaper up here in order to get it to meet. Consequently, I have... Why does this happen whenever I'm on camera? You know, it's hard to be a YouTube star. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh man, I'm embarrassed now. I lost my place here. Okay, so my point was that I was making was that when I go to join my pattern, depending on my repeat, well, actually, depending on the size of my wall, you may have just the perfect amount size on your wall not to have any waste. But as a result, you will see that my waste will not exceed what is called the repeat. And so, when you measure for wallpaper, since you may not how to calculate, the general rule is going to be how wide is each roll and how long is each roll. Then you determine how many number of drops or sheets you'll need. And I gave you that fraction, that equation. X over Y equals, right? And the equals is the number of sheets. Well, when you get your number of sheets, you determine, well, how many sheets does each roll give me? Well, if this is giving you 3 sheets, you know that your wallpaper roll is only going to give you 3 sheets. And so then if you needed 20 sheets and each roll gives you 3 sheets, right? Then you know that you need to order X amount of rolls. And what would that be? Well, if each roll gave you 3 sheets, what times 3 would give you the number of sheets that you need? I don't want to give you numbers here. I don't want to give you the answers because it may differ with your roll of wallpaper. So it's basically the number of inches of wall space divided by the number of inches of one sheet or your roll. Now be careful if it's not trimmed wallpaper. You want to take that into account because when you trim it, you're losing at least 1 inch on each side, right? So that's something to take into account. So basically, each roll of wallpaper is going to give you between 2 and 3 sheets with some left over. When you measure for this, let's say you're going around, well, I got a door here, I got a door there, I got a window here. Forget about that. Do not deduct for this door, nor this one, nor that one, nor that one, because it's not going to save you any paper. I'm going to prove it to you. When I have a sheet that goes from that corner to right here, does the fact that you have a door here save me on this wallpaper that I'm using here? No, this wallpaper gets thrown out. Now watch this. I go from this sheet came over to here, and this sheet's going to go right over here. All of this may get wasted unless you're clever. Here's what you do. You go like this. You cut it right there. You get another sheet. You get another sheet. The right side of this sheet, you put that piece in. I have a video on that. It says Spencer Colgan, to waste or not to waste wallpaper. But there are some patterns with which you don't want to do that. Like shiny or shimmering wallpaper. Guess why? It'll be like seeing a scar on somebody's face. You'll never be able to hide the cut. So you can't always do that. So for the purposes of this video, this space here doesn't mean you're saving wallpaper. Okay, so then we start this sheet. This sheet goes from here. Not ideal, right? But you may have a layout that says you must hang this paper right here. Depending on these corners. Your wallpaper is dependent on corners, inside corners. You don't want to fall within an inch of this corner and drive yourself nuts. Okay, so let's say, best case scenario, you finish here. Well, then you go from here to here. How about all this wallpaper that goes here? It's wasted. Throw it in the garbage. Give it to the kids to write on. Then you go from here to here. You see? Now we're wasting more. Okay, so you get the point. And then if you want to do those inside reveals, here's my general rule. For every inside wrap, order, like you got 2 of them, order 1 extra roll for this one and that one, because by the time you splice, you've almost expended 2/3 of a roll of wallpaper. So if you're going to be wrapping these insides here, order another roll if you got 2 of them. If you got 1, you may want to, if you're experienced at this, you may want to say, well, this is expensive. Maybe I can do this within the amount of paper that I have. But that's something That's advanced wallpaper hanging. And if you can afford it, if you're the do-it-yourselfer and you're going to take this on with your spouse, etc., I get a lot of emails like that, then just order another roll. You're already saving on the installation and you'll probably do a great job anyway. So there you have it. This straight match, even though it's a straight match, we're wasting paper in order that when we join them, we can put them together and make them match. Consequently, we lose wallpaper. See, if I bring that down to make it match, look what happens. I lose wallpaper at the top, right? So when I push it up, I mean, it's common sense, but I'm showing you because, hey, a lot of you don't hang wallpaper. And you want to know, hey, Spencer, let me know what this is about. When I'm lonely, I wake up at 2 a.m. and I read through my emails and my viewers send me nice questions. And it makes me feel really important, you know, that people are actually asking me how to do things. I'm only kidding. I'm actually doing this so you stop asking me the same question over and over again. Again, I'm just kidding. Did I tell you I went on vacation recently? And I saw a guy from New York. He was from Long Island. He told his wife, "Hey, babe," I saw him out of the corner of my eye. I thought he was a crazy guy, but he wasn't. He was just a New Yorker. And I know, right? He says, "Babe, that's the wallpaper guy right there. Hey!" So I ducked. I made believe I didn't hear him. Not a lie, I can do that. He says, "Hey, Spence!" I said, "Sir, can I help you?" Yeah, you're the wallpaper guy, right?" A long story short, I said, "Yeah, do me a favor, keep your mouth shut, please." So he gave me this thing, I signed it, and, you know, nice guy. Okay, so this would be the bottom of our wallpaper. Just figure, just like that, make believe this is cut off. And so every sheet, we know that we are going to waste X. And the X is the number of inches right there at the top. Okay? Sorry for the long video. I just wanted to explain measuring wallpaper, straight match, drop match, etc. Thank you.